we're going to go ahead and get started. Alex Perez versus Mokaev.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Mokaev, hey, I was expecting straight wrestling right away as soon as he got started, right? And he decided to stay on his feet a little bit longer, decided to trade. Dude, he gets clipped early.
Mokaev by Perez a little bit.
Right? But Mokaev, I think, had 4 finishes going into this. He's stepping up in competition. And so it made me think, okay, like if we continue seeing those quick finishes, the dominating performances from Mokaev, which I guess you could say was pretty dominant, right? But were you impressed?
I'm impressed because he got the win, right? But it's one of those fights, kind of like Merab versus Jose Aldo, where like nobody really landed any offense in this fight, but because one person was defending the entire fight, they ended up being the loser, right? Because defense doesn't score points.
Yeah.
But when you shoot 20 plus takedowns and you only get 3 or 4, that's not super impressive to me. Especially because like Merab versus Aldo, at least Merab, when he's shooting all those takedowns, it's with forward pressure, whereas Mokaev is really just dropping down to a level change, but he's not really driving through with it, or it's almost like it's an attempt to start grappling, but it's not a takedown attempt, if that makes sense. Like he's never going to get those
make
shots.
it look like he's getting hurt? Because I've noticed that sometimes it's during the exchanges too, and the way that he drops is weird.
Well, I think that's just because he was gassed, dude. I mean, anybody who's shot in on a takedown and has been sprawled on, and you get pushed back to where your feet are under your hips and you're getting pushed down on your hips and your legs don't work anymore, and you're trying to push out with your legs and you're gassing your legs out. I just don't think he could drive anymore. Because if he's not trying to look hurt. Maybe you do that once, but you don't do that 18 more times after it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Perez did such a fantastic job of defending the takedowns and the grappling transitions. Mokaev hit some cool peek outs every once in a while. Those were cool. But that's kind of it, right? Austin says, I just really hate how wrestling defense doesn't get any credit in the UFC. This fight is proof of why grounded knees should be legal. Perez would have completely changed the energy of that fight. Could not agree more. I think defense, I understand the notion that like defense is its own reward because it allows you to stay in the fight. But I think the scale should start tipping at a certain point. If you're shooting 20 takedowns for the whole fight, you're not really landing any offense yourself if they're all getting defended. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
It's weird. I don't know.
So what's next for Mokaev?
They're saying a win over this gets him Pantoja. I think Pantoja smokes him. There was a cool suplex.
That was awesome.
That was sick, right?
Yeah.
Would have been DQ'd if it was in one, huh?
Little teaser.
Yeah, but he got the win, right? He hit some cool things, but ultimately I was more impressed. Here's the thing. Defense doesn't score, but effective grappling does. So there's like a weird kind of like, aren't they the same thing? Like if you're defending takedowns, but not just defending the takedown, but then threatening the ninja choke, crushing their hips, trying to circle back out or shrugging them off, like that's effective grappling. No, it's just kind of weird gray area, not gray area, almost like a double standard or like double negative or something. I don't know. It cancels itself out in a weird way. Mokaev is not ready for a title shot at all, in my opinion, because Pantoja is so good on the ground that I think he gets smoked on the feet by Pantoja.
I'll see it though.
I'll watch it.
But I agree. I don't think Mokaev is ready for Pantoja quite yet.
He did say, what did he say? He said, "I was sick this morning." So that's but it's like, were you though?
Maybe.
What a banger, huh?
Yeah.
As you can tell by our energy on this one, huh?
Dude, this one was rough, man. There was a few fights yesterday and today that were pretty rough, but we're here for it either way. Which one are we going to cover next?